Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. I am so happy that you joined me today because today we're doing a drawing for Cathy's Sewing Happiness. It's week number 9, and at the end of the video we're going to have a drawing for who wins the Happy Mail from me. But first, a shout out to Nancy, Ricky, Jamante, Joyce, Carrie, and Michelle. I appreciate each and every one of you. Isn't this a beautiful bag? Ooh la la. We're going to make this today. So I'm going to move it right out of the way, right over here. And we're going to start out with a treat sack is what they call this at the store, a treat sack. And it is approximately 4.5 by 8. I'm looking around for my piece of paper. Here we go. We're going to need this little piece of paper here. And I'm going to turn it. There's two sides. There's this side that has, I call this the front because you can see where the back is higher. They've cut it down. So I'm going to turn it to where the higher side is up. I'm going to put it on just a piece of paper because we're going to get our wax polymer and we are going to put it down onto our bag. I have got my travel iron and it is on and it's ready to go. I'm going to move, I think we're in frame right here. I'm going to move the polymer wax down just a little bit. Mine is white and I bought it at the craft store in the section where you make your candles, where you get your supplies for your candles. I am going to place my travel iron right on top and we're going to melt this onto our bag, and as it melts I'm just going to move my iron around so I can get the wax to cover all of the bag. So it's very, very simple and really it's quite fun. And we're just melting this wax right on our bag. I'm just getting, I can see where it's on there and I can see where it's not on there. I'm going to pick it up so you can see as well, I'm hoping. Can you see? Yes, right there it's not covered, but right there it is. So you can see where it's covering, and it does make it kind of see-through after the wax is on there. I'm going to get just a little bit more out of my canning jar. Put it down there, back on. I hope everyone's doing great. Yesterday was my farmer's market. It was so cold, you guys, I couldn't believe it. I can't believe how chilly it is right now, but it was a wonderful farmer's market. We had great fun. If you ever interested in what my products look like, what my arrangements look like that I take to the farmer's market, or how I set up my booth, you can go down to the bottom of this video in the description and there is a link to my Facebook business account, and if you just go there you'll be able to see, because I make a video every week when I'm at the farmer's market, and I also show during the week my other things that's going on. All right, I'm going to shut my iron off. You saw me wipe my iron off. It doesn't hurt your iron, not one bit. See there? So I've shut it off, and now what we're going to do is our bag is completely covered. It's nice and firm. It dries right away, absolutely right away. And the next step that we're going to do is we're going to get our embossing folder, and it's a Sussex embossing folder, and it is A6662716 is the number on it, and it's really pretty floral. It's got leaves and flowers and swirly whirlies. So we're going to put it inside our embossing folder that looks like this. You know what they look like. And we're just going to stick the bottom part. It reflects terribly on camera, so I'm going to turn it to the side. I'm going to put my bag right in here like this and shut it. I'm going to run it through my Sussex and then I'll be back. All right, you guys, I've run it through I'm going to take it right out. Ooh la la. I'm going to set this right down here so I have more room. Okay, I'm back. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? All right, so what I do next is I find which side has that little, one shorter than the other one, and I stick my bone folder right inside, and I gently just push it back and forth, and it opens it up. Just like that. Oh my goodness, you guys. It is so, so pretty. So next what I'd like to do is I've got my little paintbrush, and I have my Deco Art Metallics Champagne Gold, and I bought this at the craft store, and it's like $2.50. It's not expensive at all. And I just need a little bit of this. I'm going to put it right on my glass mat and get it on my brush, and we're just going to cover our bag. Just get it covered on there. Look how beautiful that's looking. It brings out the raised embossed portions, and it also puts a little covering over the wax, which is really nice. Very, very nice. So as I put this on here, I'm going to tell you about our little hashtag Cathy Sewing Happiness and how that works. So if you would like to join in, all you have to do is spread a little bit of happiness, and it doesn't have to cost you any amount of money at all. You can let someone in line in front of you at the grocery store. If there's a long line of traffic, let somebody come in to the line, helping someone at the store get something off the shelf. Absolutely, whatever your little act of kindness is, then you add on this video. That's extremely important. It must be on this video, otherwise it will get lost in the shuffle and you won't get put into the drawing like you should. So you put it at the bottom in the comment section, and you just tell me just a little bit of what your little act of kindness was without using any names, and I'll get you in the drawing for that next week. And this is another thing you need to remember, that if you've entered into the drawing by spreading happiness and telling me about it in the comment section of this video, then next Sunday you need to check out that video and see if you've won. Because if you've won, you have to follow very, very simple directions as to how to get your address to me so that you can receive your happy mail. And that is what I give out for me to pay it forward to everyone that's helped me spread happiness, and I will send you happy mail, and I need your address. So there's just a little bit of instructions of how you get that to me. It's very, very simple, and I'd like everyone to join in because it really is great fun. Okay, we've got that all covered. Now, I still have a little bit of paint. I have got some butterflies. I think I would like to use these butterflies in our project today. And so I am going to just put a little bit of this paint onto the butterfly, just here and there. And I'll set it aside, and I'm going to do this now so that they will be dry in time for us to use them. So I'll ink around the edge after these dry. I haven't done that yet. Get that done. That's my little puppy's talking to himself down there. Let's see. Oh yes. Now, we're also going to need a closure for our little bag. So I have these coffee dyed cardstocks, and I have my, what size is this? 1-inch punch, And I'm going to punch me out 4. I'm going to need 4 from this project. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Alrighty, we've got that done. Now I am going to put the paint right on here as well, because it just looks so beautiful. And I'm going to paint all of them on one side. I don't have to paint the back side, just one side, just like this. Get this all done. Now, I also have a little label. I have no idea which label I'm going to use yet. Yeah. I don't know which one. I'm thinking I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to put some gold on here as well. I'm really not going to cover all of it, I don't think. Just a little bit. Well, maybe so. Maybe like that. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, guys, I'm going to clean up, and then I will be back and show you the next step. All right, you guys. Next, what I'd like to do is take my Victorian velvet and my little brush, and I'm just going to put it on here and there. Just like that on both sides. Just like that. I am going to go ahead and do the edges. Alrighty, almost done. There we go. We've got it taken care of. The next step is that you'll want to get some cream paper, and you'll need to cut them so they will fit down inside of your embossed, glittered up, painted up, inked up bag. There you go. 2 of them. I put 2 of them in there. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my super tight glue, and I'm going to run it inside here. I'm going to place this inside and get my glue to come down. And I'm actually going to stick my hand in there and just kind of smooth it out. Just my finger, not my hand, my finger. Make sure my paper's down in there, and then close it. I'm not going to put it down here and glue it down there. I tried that earlier in one of my prototypes, and that just was a disaster. It's too tight in this bag, and it didn't go well. It didn't get in straight. So the next one I did was like this, and it worked perfectly fine. So that's what I'm doing. I'm showing all of you how to do. Okay, I'm just inside, and I'm just taking my finger and I'm just running it inside to kind of just so there's no gloppy pieces. That's all I'm trying to take care of. I don't want any gloppy pieces. There's a little lip here on this bag. There's a little glue on my finger. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. I'm going to wipe my finger off here. Get my finger all taken care of, although it's still not full of glue. That's okay. Wipe it off so it doesn't look so terrible. All right, now we've got that glued in, so you can still get inside your bag, just like this, but you've got your papers in there, which makes your bag sturdier, and it also changed the color just a little bit. All right, so I have got a pair of mini pinking shears, and they're Fiskars, and I am going to trim so it's even. I don't want this lip anymore. I want it to go straight across, just like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut this straight across. Okay, straight across. So this is how we look now. Ooh la la. I'm going to take the top of my bag and I am going to fold it down about an inch. We need enough to keep, well, we need a little bit more than that. We need enough for my circle to go on here and our lace. Where's our lace? Let me check out the size of our lace here. Yes, I think that will be fine. So we're going down not quite an inch and a half. Close, very close. All right, I'm going to fold this right like that. We're pretty even. We're a little high on this side right here. Take it down just a smidgen. All right, so now we look like this. So we're going to open up the bag like this. Wasn't quite dry yet. And I brushed it, but it's okay because we're going to cover this up. You can wait for your bag to dry. The video, we're not waiting for nothing. Okay, so next I'm going to take my fabric tack because I am going to put on lace and it is going to go on embossed, waxed, and painted bag, and so I really want it to adhere well to the bag, stick well to the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and use my fabric tack, and I'm going to place this lace so that it sticks out just a little bit. You see how it sticks out just a little bit? So I'm using my scallops on my lace to determine how to get that straight, and we'll get it as straight as we can. Then I'm going to put a little bit more glue right down here on the very bottom, or actually it's really the very top, but right this minute it's the bottom, looks like the bottom, and it's this kind of a see-through lace. The other one was a very pretty pink lace. Now I'm going to just spread that glue out and make sure that the lace and the ribbon is stuck to that bag. Just like that. Clean my hands off again. Now I've got another piece of lace. It looks like this. And I'm going to place it right at the fold so it kind of a little bit hangs over. So I'm going to apply the glue, the fabric tack, on this whole flap here, so this piece of lace will become stuck to it. And so here we are. We're getting this down just like that, and I'm going to apply some more pressure just to make sure that it is stuck to that bag. Wiping off my hands again. So now our flap looks like this. Oh, it's coming together, guys. It is coming together. I need to have that dry just a few minutes. So we're going to work on the decoration with our butterflies. I went ahead and I inked around the edge of the butterfly. Oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? And I went ahead and inked around the edge of the circles that we painted and stamped out, and I inked around the edge of this as well. So I'm going to have to kind of visualize where this is coming down, and I'm just waiting for that glue to dry. It shouldn't take too long. Fabric tack doesn't take very long. And I'm thinking I want the big one, and maybe like this. And I was thinking of putting a little label right down here. I like that placement a lot. Now, where is this going to go? Maybe right here? Maybe I have to think about that. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this down. We know we want this down at the bottom. So let's put, and I'm using fabric tack again, even though this isn't fabric. This glue really grabs, and with all the bumps on this bag, I really need it to grab. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to go ahead and put my butterfly down, get the wings covered. There, I've got her wings covered. And I'll put it right down here, I believe, just like that. All right, push this down so I can see where we're at as far as placement goes. I think I'm going to put that one kind of up in there. Get some glue on here. It's pretty forgiving. I think I'd like it. I think I'd like it right there. I'm going to push it down. I'm hoping that this is dry enough for us to put our closure on there. So you've got 4. I'm going to put 2 together just like this with the sparkle side up. I'm going to get my smaller punch, and I'm going to punch it the best I can in the center. And I'm going to get myself one of my little brads. Actually, I need 2, so I might as well get 2 out right now. And I'm going to stick this brad into here. And I'm going to stick this brad. You've got to open your bag up. Open your bag up. Okay. And visualize where your middle is. I'm thinking it's about right here. And push it through. There we go. And you see it in there? Okay, now I'm going to get my fingers in there. And I'm going to open it up, just like that. So now we've got our closure on there, at least one of them. So now we're going to come on down. And if anything's tricky about this little project, it's this part right here. Not this whole part, the next part with the brad. So I'm going to put that inside here. Now, this is the tricky part. I'm going to open this brad just a tad. Just a little tiny bit. I don't even know, can you even see that? I'm going to stick it through the hole. I'm going to open this back up. And I'm going to stick my hand down in here. I guess I've got to decide where exactly I'm putting this. Okay, I'm going to put a little tiny dot. I think I want that to be about right here. There's a little dot right there. I'm going to open it back up, get my hand down in there, get my brad And I'm going to stick this in. Can't have it too open, but then it has to be a little open to be able to feel it when you get it down inside your bag. Alrighty, guys, I'm pushing her through. Let's give it another go here. Oh yeah, she went through that time. Now, I have got to feel in here where this brad is open, and it might take me a second, so. All right, you guys, I got it in. I'm going to show you. You can see down in there, it's got it in, and I've got it in this side, got in that side. So now when we close, it looks like that. Oh my goodness, it's coming together. So we're gonna, it's dry enough now that we can trim off our lace on the edge. Just like that. All right. Got that all trimmed off. Next, what we need to do is we need to put our closure on. So I have this stuff, and I'd like to choose this color right here. So I'm going to take some of it off of this card, and I'm going to leave myself a little lead way, and I'm going to go between the two circles. Move this stuff out of the way. And I am going to start that knot just by looping it one under the other and pulling it. Then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to do the top part as well, just like I did on the bottom. There we go. And one more time, I'm going to do it down below. This separates the two discs, the two circles. Alrighty, I've got that done. So I've got a little leeway. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a second. Now let's judge how much we need before we clip it off and get it in between the two. Here we are. I think we're gonna, whoops, there we go. A couple times around maybe. Alrighty, and let's leave a little bit of string on this one. I'm gonna actually leave quite a bit because I have got some beautiful beads right here, and I'm going to open some up because you have to look for the ones that have large enough holes in them that you can get your string through. That's the tricky part of this one, is that you need to find those larger holes. And I've also found that if I put a little bit of, I'm going to get this old glue off of the top, if I put a little bit of glue on my finger and then I put that glue on the end of this, it keeps the fabrics together. And I just twirl it in the correct direction that these fabrics are in, and I have to let it sit for just a second, is how I keep my fabrics together. Because if you guys have tried this, you know that sometimes those fabrics separate and then it just turns into a total disaster, and you're frustrated and it's not working, and it just seems to get worse and worse and worse. So that's how I fixed that issue. And I've got glue on my hands, so let me get this glue off real quick. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's see if this is dried enough to give it a go so I can show you what I mean. I'm thinking this one might be kind of large. Is it large enough? Yes, that went right through. So I'm going to put 3 on here. Okay, you guys, I've got my 3 on here and I've got my 3 on here. I put a knot right at the end and I'm getting ready to put the knot on this end. So I'm going to measure. I have got a lot of extra string, mainly because I'm on video and I didn't want to make it too short. If I wasn't on video, then I would have gauged it a little better. So I will just save this little piece of string for scrap to use later. So I'm double knotting it and I'm kind of putting the 2 knots on top of each other. I can get them to do that. Alrighty. So now I'm going to clip that very close to that knot, and I once again am going to put some glue on that knot because the knot will fray and the knot can come undone. So I'm putting the glue right on the knot. I'm just going to set it aside. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Don't want that knot to come undone. So just put some glue on it. Now, I've got some bling right here, and what I'd like to do is add some bling to these beautiful butterflies. And I'm thinking I want 4 here and maybe 3 on the next one. A little piece of string from that twine. Okay, let's go ahead, and it does have sticky on the back of these rhinestones, but I don't really trust that glue, so I am going to add some more glue and take the back off of the rhinestones here. No, this is the 3, so we're going to put this one here, and then we're going to take the backing off of this. It's clear. It's very difficult to see. I know it's not, it's still on there because it's not sticky yet. All right, get that on there. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think our project turned out beautiful. What do you guys think? Open it up. You've got your little bag that you can fill with all kinds of goodies, and then you can just close it right back up, just like that. Oh my gosh, you guys, this was such great fun. Let's have our drawing now. I'm going to set this aside and make sure that that's not going to glue itself shut. I've got my fishbowl here, and I've got my names inside. And remember how you get in here? You get in the fishbowl by doing an act of kindness, telling me a short little version, no names please, at the bottom of this video. This video, this video. Not another video, this video, because it'll get lost if it's in another video. So here we go. Here we go. Who is the winner? The winner is... Oh, it's Joyce Hill. Oh, Joyce, how exciting. You have won Happy Mail from me. So you go to the bottom of this video in the description area. It's going to tell you how you're going to get your address to me. Oh, you guys, I had great fun. Please join me in my next video. Bye now.